When they told me that I had the infection, then it dawned on me I could not only lose my foot or my leg, but even my life.
When I found out David had this kind of infection, I was angry at healthcare that they didn't see this coming somehow.
I was confused, really bewildered by the whole thing, I think, because, you know, you go to the hospital to get well. The doctors come here now. We do not go over to the hospital to see them. I refuse to take him there.
Tuberculosis, streptococcus, staphylococcus. These and other infectious organisms have for millennia wreaked havoc on humanity. Today, the war against infection rages on, and the front line is inside the hospital. 2 million patients are infected each year by germs passed to them by healthcare workers. Close to 100,000 of them die. 60 years after the introduction of penicillin, there is no greater threat than a superbug called methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, MRSA, or MRSA. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, like every other community in America, MRSA is taking a massive toll.
Methicillin-resistant Staph aureus is an epidemic in America, an epidemic in Western Pennsylvania, an epidemic in Allegheny County, and an epidemic in our own hospital.
Dr. Richard Shannon is Chief of Medicine at Allegheny General Hospital in Pittsburgh.
Good morning. Good morning. This is a very unfortunate case of a young man who had a stroke. He came to us after a long hospital stay at another institution, and when he arrived here was found to have methicillin-resistant Staph aureus in his urine. He's had to undergo a surgical procedure to clean up a part of his leg where he had this infection.
He looks scared almost all of the time, especially when he sees me. He cries.
Marilyn McNowski is patient David McNowski's wife.
It's been extremely hard because it's just he and I. And he's basically my life. And it's kind of hard to live my life without him being there.
I think it is totally within the realm of our possibility, given the resources we have at hand, to dramatically reduce the incidence of methicillin-resistant Staph aureus.
Due to the constant movement of patients in and out of different hospitals, no single facility can beat MRSA alone. To beat MRSA, healthcare facilities across a community must openly share their experiences, good and bad. But sharing secrets with competitors is risky and rare.
The reason why you might not want to work with the guy across town is, in some sense, he's your business competitor, and you're sharing the bad things that have happened in your hospital, as well as the successes. You're worried that that fellow's going to use those to some competitive advantage. You're worried that this is going to get into the press, and there's going to be some negative story on the press about your institution that could have negative impacts. I mean, these are real-world things.
Nowhere in America has an entire region come together to fight MRSA. Until now, in Pittsburgh.
I just want to say I'm excited to be here as a representative of CDC. As you know,
this one-of-a-kind campaign is being led by the Centers for Disease Control, the Pittsburgh VA, and the County Health Department. Dr. John Jernigan is a CDC expert on hospital-acquired infections.
Unless you set that goal of eliminating healthcare-associated infections, we really won't know how close to that we can get. The folks here in Pittsburgh are going to certainly get as close to that as they can, and we're cheering them on hard, and we'll see how close they get.